TEPSA Explainers. My name is Gil Kaufman, and in today's video I will be discussing the 2020 Democratic Party Presidential Primaries and their implications for the European Union. The primaries have evolved into a two-horse race between Joe Biden, former Vice President of the United States, and Bernie Sanders, Senator from Vermont and runner-up in the 2016 primaries. Much like 4 years ago, the primaries see Bernie Sanders, the more progressive candidate, facing a more moderate alternative, Hillary Clinton then and Joe Biden today. If one of the two candidates were to win against Donald Trump in November 2020, which of the two would be the better case scenario for Europe and why? In the video, I will be focusing on two main policy areas: climate policy and foreign policy. As far as the former is concerned, both Sanders and Biden have agreed that quitting the Paris Agreement was a mistake, and both of them have committed to tackling climate change. However, we do see some differences regarding how much and how quickly the two of them would like to act. Bernie Sanders would like the transport and power sector to be completely fueled by renewable energies already by 2030 in order to decarbonize the whole nation's economy by 2050. His New Green Deal is the more progressive solution on the table, and he would like the US to take a leadership role in a global fight against climate change. On the other hand, Joe Biden has tried to establish himself as the middle ground, as he would like to appease both environmentalists and blue-collar workers. In fact, his plan would still envision a role for fossil fuels throughout the transition to a green economy. And for comparison, his plan would entail $1.7 trillion over 10 years compared to Bernie Sanders' $16.3 trillion over the same amount of time. Looking at the EU, Bernie Sanders' plan is more in line with European priorities. The European Green Deal already entails a legally binding goal to reach zero net emissions by 2050, a transition fund to help out coal-reliant regions, and a policy against trade agreements with countries which do not support the Paris Agreement, such as the US. When it comes to foreign policy, though, that's a different story. Although Bernie Sanders does not envision a retreat for the US from the global arena, he does prioritize diplomacy over military action. And he would like to redirect some of the costs of the US Army towards his more ambitious domestic plans, such as healthcare and education. On the other hand, Joe Biden has been running on a platform based on strong international relations. In fact, he has called NATO the most significant alliance in world history. And his bid was heavily supported by Western leaders, who are getting increasingly frustrated with Trump's criticism of their contributions to NATO. The Trump administration has definitely taken a toll on US-EU relations, with French President Macron most notoriously declaring that NATO was experiencing brain death. Based on that, EU leaders might find Joe Biden a more reliable ally because of his experience, his international relations, and because he has established himself as a firm transatlanticist. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next TEPSA Explainer.